Hello, this is Michelle at michellesizemore.com. That's Michelle with one L in my website link. Today, you'll learn how to make this two-page layout super easy using the Creative Memories Adventure Parks collection. I chose to use the Fast to Fabulous paper, which means the decorating for the border is already done for you. And then I used the embellishments and stickers and the embossed embellishments from the Adventure Parks collection. I used the custom cutting system with circles, the 12-inch trimmer, and the repositionable tape runner. So I'm going to set this aside, and the first thing I want to show you is how to make this right here, these circles with these embellishments. I'm going to grab my custom cutting system. I just picked the parts that I need to use for it. I'm going to use the mat. This mat needs a little, I grabbed the wrong mat, so it looks kind of bad, but I need to clean it. Okay, enough of that. And this is the template guide, and this is the actual template that I'm going to use. And I'll show you how I decided which ones to use. So I wanted my circle, my smallest circle, to be the size of this white one. So that fits with this template right here. So this template fits with this guide. There's a black line. Let me grab a piece of white paper so you can see this a little bit better. Okay, so see this black line right here on the outside and the inside? That matches up with the outside and inside of this template. So that's how I knew to use this one, because I want my circle to be the size of this red line right here. And that just means that I'm going to use the red blade to do the white circle. And then I want the red circle to be the size of this middle green dotted line, which matches up with this blade. And then I need the blue to be the size of this blue line, which matches up with the blue blade. So basically they've made these blades so that they're perfectly offset to mat behind things. So you could mat the red behind the white to get a slightly bigger red, so it creates the look of a mat, and then the blue one is slightly bigger than that, so you have a double mat. So that's how we did that. So I'm going to set this aside and pull out everything that I'm going to use for this layout. I have this top loading folder, which is kind of new to Creative Memories. And basically what I've done, excuse me, is put everything I need for this particular project inside here. So I'm going to pull it out. You can fit a lot more stuff in here, but I choose to use these for like things for a particular project. Now, the first thing I want to do, because I'm going to work on that 3-colored circle thing, I want my 3 colors of cardstock: red, white, and blue. So, and then just to show you the other items that we use, these are just pretend photos. I use this variety mat from the mat pack. I use these little, they're embossed. They're so cute, little stickers. They're raised, so they're cool. I don't know if embossed is the right word. They're epoxy. That's the word. And then I used this castle sticker and this luggage sticker and this die cut embellishment. It feels a little bit, it's kind of a coated, it's cute, it's kind of shiny. So okay, I'm going to set all this aside for now, and let's work on the circles. So I wrote myself notes just for the video to remind myself that the white is my foundation that my stickers are gonna stick to. So I'm gonna cut it first. And again, I'm gonna use number 1 template circle. It matches up with the template. I've done that myself, where I matched the templates up with the guide and then just added the numbers just to help teach with. So this one's number 1. And I want to cut number 1 template with the red blade, because that will get me the size of this white circle. Okay, So let's do that. I'm going to start at like a top corner so I don't waste paper. Try to get as close to the edge as I can. A little bit closer. Hold this down with my left hand. Put these two little notches inside this track right here. They both need to fit in there. It won't work. And go around and push firmly and go around. And these newer blades that go with this, they actually spin around. It spins as you go around to make it much easier. So I have my base of my white circle. And then I'm going to do this one with the green blade. Same template, green blade. Put my two little notches in the track and go around. You need to hold this really firmly with your other hand so it doesn't slip on you. So I'll clean that up a little bit with my scissors. Sometimes you can just rub it and clean it up. So that's perfect to mount, to mat. And then I'm going to cut my blue with the blue blade. And y'all, this is just a scrap piece of paper, so it's got stars all over it. So I'm going to put my two little notches in the track and cut a blue circle with the blue blade. Now I could tell I let up just a little bit over here, so I'm going to go backwards. This blade works both ways. Yep, I could feel it. It cut through. I missed a spot, so that cleared that up. Okay, or cleaned that up, I should say. Now, I'm going to just mount these on top of each other. Put a little tape runner, a dab in the middle and dabs all around, just little short pieces. Okay, and then do the same thing on the white. You don't need a lot. And so now I have my perfect little three-colored matted circle. So now what I want to do is add my stickers and embellishments. Let me grab those. So this is the castle that I used. And it's kind of the focal point. So I just kind of want to put it, not in the center. I want to put it down so that it gives me room to put the fireworks at the top. So I'm going to move it down about right there so it doesn't overlap on the colors. So I'm good with that. And then I take these little adorable epoxies that come in the embellishments pack. And then just add my three little fireworks. So to open this, I meant to open it before to save time, but I didn't. They're in a little envelope. Okay. So I'm going to put the blue one on top. The red one right here. And the yellow one. Oops, there's a little bit of black on the back of that. That's not good. I don't know what that's about. Well, I'm not going to worry about it, but I would try to clean that off before I put it down because it'll show through right there. Okay, so I'm done with that little embellishment. That was pretty easy. Okay, so now I'm going to do the other embellishment, and it's super easy. So I start with this, which came from the Variety Matte Pack. So that is my foundation, and I mounted it on to blue cardstock. So this is 4x6. So I want to cut my cardstock to 4 1/4 by 6 1/4, and then it'll be the perfect size to mat. Okay, now this is a scrap piece of paper again. Now I want to clean this up so I'll get one really good straight edge. And see, I'd already cut through this working on some kind of a project, so I'm going to come in just a little bit. Now my blade always comes down on this left hand side dotted line right here on this matte strip. So that's what I'm looking at for where it's going to cut. And I just want to make sure this cut piece goes out past that. Okay, now I'm going to have a good clean edge, which is great. So I need my piece of blue cardstock to be 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. So let's cut the 6 1/4 first. I have to open up my arm for that. It has a lip right here to help me keep paper straight. And then it also has this little foot that pops out. And I'm going to pop that out and use it. And then that helps to keep my arm straight so everything's level. Okay, so here we go. We're going to go to 6 1/4, which is going to be right there. Okay, 6 1/4. And since you're going out past the trimmer, you don't really have a line to go by, so you just want to make sure it's straight all the way up at the top, so it's not going to be cut on an angle. So I cut that to 6 1/4. Now I'm going to flip it this way, and it needs to be cut to 4 1/4, which is right there. So I'm going to go to 4 1/4. Okay, and I'm going to set this aside. Honestly, I'm going to just, this is what I would do if it was my scraps. I'd throw this part away because there's really not much to do with that, and then I would keep this little part. Okay, so this should be the perfect size to mat my variety mat, and it is. So I'm going to put some tape runner on the back. Dab at every corner, maybe here, and a dab in the middle. Just a dab. You don't need a lot because it will go a long way with you if you don't overuse it. Okay, so I'm good. That's just the perfect size mat for me. Now I need to add these embellishments. And let's find those. Here we go. So these two right here. Excuse me, I need some water. Go right here. And then this one is a sticker, so it comes off of here. Get rid of that little inside piece there. So it's going to go here. Okay, about like that. Now y'all, this bugs me a little bit, and this is only because I'm a little bit OCD about some things, but this bugs me that this comes out past this black line. So what I did is I cut it down and repositioned it so it came here, but I'm not going to do all that on the video because that's really being picky. But you could just do that where you slice it here and then put this down a little bit over, and you get a shorter handle. No big deal, but whatever. Okay, and then you add your little epoxies. Now, I'm not actually going to add these because I don't want to, I'm going to use these on another project, but I would add a red one here, yellow one there, and a blue one here. And then I would get this embellishment. And then all I have to do is add my photos. So, super easy. So as you can tell, basically I took 4x6 photos for the most part. These are 4x6s. This one's a 4x4, and this is a 4x5, just because that's the look that I wanted. So what I'll do for that, these are pretend photos right here. So since I need one that's 4x4, I'm going to grab my trimmer and cut 2 inches off of the long side. So I'm going to put it in here and line it up with this 2-inch mark. Okay, make sure it's straight all the way down. And I'm sorry. Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. And cut that. So now I have a 4x4 piece. So we're going to call that 4x4. Okay, so that would be the one that would fit right here. And then this one needs to be 4x5, so I would just cut 1 inch off of this one. Now, I could go to this 1 inch mark on this side, line it up, make sure it's straight on the grid line and straight all the way across, and cut. And that cuts 1 inch off. And believe it or not, I would save this because I can do some stuff with this. One day I'll show you how I use my scraps on some other videos. Okay, and so I'll change this to say 4x5 photo, just for the purposes of teaching here. And then that would be my photo right here. So then I would just mount my photos the same way I mounted this. I would put a little dab. This is scrap paper just to teach with, so that's why it looks like this. A little dab on each corner. okay, and at least a dab in the middle, maybe a little bit in the middle on every side, and then mount that. So that's how you get this easy 2-page layout using the Adventure Parts collection and the Fast Formulas paper and the Variety matte pack, the embellishment pack, and the sticker pack. Thanks for watching my video and hope you have a wonderful day.